here. We're going to address a comment that was made on my channel in which I could not respond to because this person made it so I couldn't respond to them, but they can write their gibberish and their nonsense to me. Now, who do you think wrote this comment up there? Who do you think wrote the very comment that I put in the title? Who do you think wrote that? I'll give everyone a chance to get in here. Who wrote that? Can anyone take a guess who wrote that comment to me? In short, someone who proves time and time again that they're not a trustworthy individual and that they say mean things to try to get a fight going. When there was really no need for it, when I was just pretty much ranting on real life events in my life right here going on. Absolutely no need for a comment like that. You know? So who do you think said that? Who do you think said that comment to me? But ever since I read it, I wanted to address it. Yeah, you're probably watching. You probably are watching. You're probably one of the you're probably one of the first ones who got in here, actually. But just note I'm about to block you. But before I do, I'm going to address this comment right here. By the way, no, it was not born at all. That was totally false. It was a big time lie. You think if you want to try to gain my trust, you're going to be saying mean things to me like that? You think you're going to leave an out of bounds comment to me and think that I'm not going to address it? You think you might as well just be like those punk kids who showed up last night. You seriously might as well. Only they did a better job to not show who they were because they were shining lights and everything. It's spraying shit out their window. In my direction. This is my real life right here. And to think you're going to write a comment like that at a time when you're trying to get on my good side? Huh. To yourself, of course. Because I know the real you by now. Hey, Panorama 2, who do you think wrote that comment up there? Huh? That's a comment somebody wrote. And you damn well know who you are, who wrote this. And I bet, like I said, you were one of the first viewers that got in here. On my last live stream from last night. Yeah, well, something happened. A group of kids tried fucking with me in Huntington Beach last night. A group of fucking punk kids tried fucking with me in Huntington Beach last night. More trouble than I ever got walking Compton. More trouble than I got walking the streets of Compton. Yeah, really. It seems like I got more trouble in Huntington Beach than I got in places like Compton or Long Beach, I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, dude. It was totally fucking uncalled for. But I stepped in going to the bathroom thinking they left. Okay, they came back, okay? And they pelted a bottle of water or something at this girl who was also yelling at them with me. Yeah, well, they probably are. I bet you they had a couple Mexicans with them, though. I bet you they did. I bet you they were a group of people, probably mostly white. They probably had a Mexican or two in there, too. They probably did, you know? It's probably a mixed group. They weren't showing themselves very good. But their tactics were very much like the Ku Klux Klan, whoever the hell they were. Probably, I'm thinking a whitewashed Mexican might have been with them, though. If I had to guess, and the rest of them were white. That's what I would say. Or they were all white. But it could have been absolutely. Oh, so that. Oh my God, yeah, so that's them. That's where they come from, then originally. So they were like those types in Oklahoma that used to. They were descended from the people that did the Tulsa burnings to all the black businesses, correct? Correct? That's who they are. That's totally who they are. Irish, right? Oh my God. West Coast Irish. Jesus Christ. And they made fun of me for being from Boston as well. On top of that. On top of me being trans. I was washing my hair and they fucked with me. It was a real fucking story last night. They couldn't mind their motherfucking business. I literally had to get my knife out when I was more ready to fight them, and something else in my hand that I was going to throw at them. He said that. How does G Mangos know what the fuck's going on? Did I tell G Mangos the story? He said that I pushed her out of the bathroom. How the hell does he know what happened? Yeah, they came during the. Yeah, they were the Tulsa. When did the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombings happen? Was that the 1910s and 20s? I think it was. No, I was too flustered to get a police report. I don't bother getting police reports. You see what I'm saying? I don't do that shit. I fight it right there on the spot if there's a problem, all right? I try to fight it right there on the spot, all right? But they're very disrespectful little fucking pricks driving around in a white Subaru in Huntington Beach around the, Jesus Christ, what's the cross street? Water. Like around water or something. Water and... Where the hell was that? Beach Boulevard. Yeah, right over there. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, well, Okies are not my favorite people thus far. I've heard all about Okies in the Sacramento area. I guess Southern California has them too, don't they? Christ, those fucking Okie bastards. Jesus Christ. And they're typically of Scots-Irish descent, correct? Typically, I would imagine they would be. But I'll tell you, they were asking for it. They had a death wish or something because they kept going until the very end. But they left by 9:30, 10 o'clock for the rest of the night, though. So they got enough of a fight where at least they know they're not going to come back again. They'd be stupid to come back. No, G Mangos doesn't want no interview. I didn't hear him say any of that. That's false information. I'm not even going to go up on his panel. You know what? He can believe what he wants to believe, and I'll leave it at that. I'm not going up there. Fuck that. G Mangos can go to hell as far as I'm concerned. Alright? Fuck him. Yeah, I know it's 1% black in Huntington Beach at the very least. There's more in Anaheim, I think. But that's about it. I think the most blacks I've seen in Orange County has been in Anaheim. The most. The most, I would say. Yeah, but that's still more than Orange County. How much is Orange County? You know why? Because I'll tell you why. A lot of the black people moved out of California. That's why it's only 8.5% in LA County. That's the reason. They went to the South, is what happened. They went to South Carolina. They went to Georgia. Because when I went to Columbia, South Carolina, I swear, It was almost like what I saw in Compton. It was almost like what I saw in Compton just recently. Back then, it was. Not too bad, but you could tell there was definitely gang activity over there at one point. You definitely could. Or how about the ghetto of Denver too? That's another place. I forget what they call it. I forget what they call it because I've been out of there. San Bernardino, I don't know. I haven't been there. I have not been there. San Bernardino is dangerous with Hispanics, though, right? It's not very black in San Bernardino, is it? So this is all real life I'm discussing. And do you want to know who made that comment? Does anyone want to know who made that comment? I didn't even say who made the comment. You know who made the comment? I'm gonna tell you who made that comment out there. It didn't offer positive words of encouragement. And this person doesn't know that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Apparently that person was not taught that. I don't have problems with them, so it's not a big deal to me, okay? I don't have problems with black people, okay? I do not. It's not an issue. Just whites and Mexicans. That's it. The segregative Mexicans and the segregative white people. For lack of a better word. The two of them like problems at the very least, though. With these exact, types that we're talking about. We're talking about the white area brotherhood types here, or the... You don't know why, but it's happening. What's happening? Do you want to hear who said that comment or not? Do you want to hear who said that fucking comment in the title or not? Because I'm about to say who it is right now. I wanted more people to come in here so I could say who it was. Who wrote that comment up there to me? Abby wrote that comment to me out there. Abby wrote that fucking comment to me. Can you believe it? And Abby's talking about how Abby wants to meet me before going back to North Carolina. Not happening. Nope. Forget about it. My answer still stands. N-O. No. Never. Never, never, never. What are you going to do, Abby? Cry about it now? No, never. And you're going to make a video yelling and screaming because I told you. It's never going to happen. Nope. Not with bullshit like that. Hell no. This woman wants to become a cop still. That is so dishonorable. Because this person wants to be a cop for all the wrong reasons. That's why they want to be a cop. This is the same type of person who, I've said it before, they wanted to have a penis so they could rape a guy. This is the kind of person we're dealing with here. That's where their psyche is at. If they're not making content out of me, they're making content out of Marcus. They're making content out of Anderson. And they're making content out of their mother. And I think Tasha got the idea from Abby. I really do. Because Abby was the OG at doing shit like that. Yes, the OG at doing all the wicked shit like that. Yeah. Roger Brown reacts. You're getting the fuck out of here. I'm not talking to you, bitch. You mind your business and you stay in your fucking lane. Apparently nobody taught you to stay in your fucking lane because you're like a fucking old bag who has to be everywhere and everyone's fucking business. You smell bad and your crotch fucking stinks all the time. You got bed bugs. You got all kinds of shit going on in your situation, Roger. You have always been the last fucking person to talk. But you should have been the last fucking person to talk about other people. Because look at you. Look at you. You and Abby might as well be a team, as far as I'm concerned. The two of you are perfect for one another. How about that? You may move back to Central Hollywood. Why are you going to move back to Central Hollywood? What's in Central Hollywood? Is there anything worth going to in Central Hollywood? Besides the movie industry, I'm talking. What else is there? And even then, the movie industry's probably dying over there too. I know one place I'm not going to go. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to the Sunset Strip again. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to go over there. And for the record, not one bit scary. Not one bit scary. But you got to pay to park everywhere. That's the thing I don't like about it. Central Hollywood, California, growing me after living there for 25 years. All right. We'll talk about this another time. This isn't what this is about, all right? This isn't what this live stream is about. This is about addressing a comment from Krabby Brook, who still can't keep out of other people's business, who has to insert their 2 cents, start up negative controversy when there isn't any. So if they want to stir up negative controversy, I'll respond, and I will also create the controversy too, in response to what this fucking bitch has said. And I was just trying to cover up and say, oh, it's just good fun when I poke at Mountain. No, not that. No, you don't come on to my page when I had a very scary real life event that happened. All right, you don't comment and say anything like that on a video where I was talking about that. All right? Roger Brown, you can go fuck yourself hundreds of times over. You are not welcome over here. Ever. Ever. Just in case the son of a bitch is restreaming me. Just in case. Making himself look like an asshole in front of his people. So go ahead, keep doing that, because I told you, I'll get all your fans, and I'll get them over here. The ones that are sick and tired of your bullshit, I'll get them over here. I'll tell you that right now. They'll leave you for good. Hi, Jamie Leah, what's up? People want to start drama still with me. I already don't get enough of it in real life over here. I already don't get enough. If I was a troll in the past, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a troll at all now. At all now. I left trolling behind completely. I'm not even trolling no more. Assuming I was even horrible or caused people nightmares with my trolling ever. I'm not doing it now. I'm not. How can I? How can I do this? Tell me, how can I troll? How do I have time for it? How do I really have time for it? You know, you people are stupid who think stupid shit like that. I mean, really. The large metro area creeps and punks all, especially at night. Yeah, well, I've already seen it, and I haven't even spent a ton of time in the city of LA. So I've already seen it, okay? I've seen it where I told you I've seen it, okay? I mean, Huntington Beach can be chilled out, too. It absolutely can be. But at the same time, you got those fucking types. Oh, let me ask you this, Peter. How about the kids? How about, like, the white kids who ride motorbikes in and out of traffic? Would you say some of those people are affiliated also with those Okies or those neo-Nazi types or whatever? Or those Aryan, whatever they are now, you know? Would you say the types who go through the traffic on their motorbikes are affiliated in those same type of groups too? Would you say so? Would you say they could possibly be friends with those very people? I kind of sensed it. I sort of sensed that, maybe, yes. Yep. They gave one of them a piece of my mind too yesterday. And then at nighttime, I found those other ones over there. No, this was the daytime. This was the day. Not everything happens at nighttime. It was the daytime. Those other punks came there at night, like around 8:30, 9-ish, maybe 8:30, around there, maybe 8:30. I forget. All right. But everyone has note of them now, and the security knows they're there for sure now. So why would I be doing that again? Why the hell are you mentioning Kermit and Friends on here? I'm not going on there. Fuck that. You think I'm going on Kermit and Friends? You got another thing coming. I'm not going on there. Absolutely no fucking desire to go on there whatsoever. None. You stupid, you people and your stupid fucking questions. I'm telling you, you don't even got a real name. You don't got an American name. You got a Russian name, for fuck's sakes, dude. Fuck are you, dude? Get the fuck out of here. I don't need people like you in here. So that person's getting a timeout. Why would there be rumors spreading about me on Kermit and Friends? Fucking asshole. Really? I don't even go on there. Dickhead. You're basically a local. Yeah, I see you're a local. Oh, those kids assumed I was from New Jersey. I wondered if they were actually from New Jersey. Actually, they thought I was from New Jersey. When they saw me getting angry. They weren't showing themselves, meanwhile. They wouldn't get out of their car and confront me. I think they had some woman in the back seat, too. Some yakety type. Or whatever. Yeah, well, Kermit and Friends, the trolls of Kermit and Friends then can go fuck themselves. How about that? I'll compete with that channel if I have to. If this is the grand finale and I'm head to head with Kermit and Friends, then that's going to be, I'll tell you. I didn't want to say that, but I didn't want to mention them. But this fucking troll had to come in here and mention this shit. And this video's not even about this crap. These people deserve to die. I tell you, these fucking people just deserve to get thrown to the woodchipper. These fucking useless, waste of space pieces of shit. Dead serious, dude. Yeah, I corrected them for sure. And they asked me if I liked Tom Brady or not. So they were actually doing that at the beginning to me. And I'm like, you know what I say to them? I'm like, all day, every day, motherfucker. Even though I'm not a big football fan. But apparently they hated New England. Apparently they hated New England, Panorama. That's the other thing. They hated New England. That group of people did. Because then they started spraying shit toward my eyes from a distance. Because I was following them and watching their every fucking move. They were spraying shit right in my eye and everything. While flashing a light out the fucking window so I couldn't see who they were. So nobody could. Now, they're not even... Sesame Street's too good for them, actually. Sesame Street's too good for them. Sesame Street actually was meant to cater to black children. Did you know that? Because it was in Harlem, New York. And it was meant to cater to black children. Sesame Street. I bet you didn't know that, did you? And yet it went on PBS and other white kids saw Sesame Street. But it was really meant years ago to be for black children more. And then I think in the 80s things might have changed and it got a more diverse audience. I think that's the shit I heard about it. Actually, about Sesame Street. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with them really. I mean, Elisa Jordana, like I said, unless they're for real and they come to me personally, but I'm not going to go on their show. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not going to go on their show. And I don't want anything to do with the trolls over there either, especially if they're just going to bring more of the same of that boy. They're not going to be any better than Boyd. Do you agree, Panorama 2? Do you think they're a better group of people than Boyd? I sure as hell don't. I sure as hell don't think so. The Boyd's dead, but this is going to be a new animal is what it's going to be. And it's going to be annoying all the damn same. I'll tell you. It's, I don't see the draw with it. They're going to try to rook. They have me in their plans, though, apparently, huh? Elisa Jordana is supposedly watching me and having me in their plans for something, right? Something bad, correct? So they've already made a predetermined conclusion about me. Even her. Even her is what you're trying to say to me, correct? This is stupid shit. I have no time for it. I have absolutely no fucking time for it. My channel is growing, but I don't even want to come on here while it's growing. I really don't want to come on here unless I have to address something or whatever. I'm not coming on here for fun though. This is not for fun. I'll show some of my travels, and that's about it. They ain't gonna wreck mine, I'll tell you that. Kermit and Friends, if you think you're gonna wreck my channel, you can go fuck yourself. How about that? If you think you're gonna wreck my channel, huh, not happening, pals. Not happening. Yeah, they did. They thought that I was from New Jersey. Yeah, they did. What's the connection you're trying to make with that? They should show me respect that they don't give me. I am indebted a lot. You know, other people owe me a lot of debt that they're not willing to pay. Do you realize that? And I'm coming to collect on the money, is what's going to happen. Anyone doing anything bad at my expense owes debt to me. That's how I roll. They owe debt to me that they're not going to pay it back, and I literally have to come and take it from them. Is really what's going to have to happen. Whoever it might be. That's right. They just better hope they don't cross paths with me in real life. Because don't forget, online, I have a chance to study people. It's a little bit harder in the real world when someone comes at you. You have to watch their every move and not always jump right in, you know? But I've studied people on here, and if any of these people online think they're going to pull one over on me, it's not going to happen at all. That's why they don't meet in real life. That's why if any of these types of fucks come to you in real life, they're not showing themselves, or they have some kind of a flash, so they're not seen very easily. Or they keep their vehicle very dark. Plus, they put a flashlight in your direction. Maybe not where it blinded me, but they put one so their identity at least wouldn't be seen very easily. I know I'm too quick for them. They won't. Let's just say that I'm never going to go on there, okay? And the fact they have an after show, who does an after show? Why do you need an after show? Tell me. Why do you need an after show? Noodles the fuckbag tried doing that. He tried to do some after show, and he cut the show, and he used to go in private. He kept the stream. He shut the live stream off, but people were still talking in the back. Sort of thing. I don't do that. I've never done that. In fact, I think that's shady as hell. And they have a Discord where they do this shit apparently on a Discord. Why? I don't use Discord. I do not use Discord. So even you, Barter, don't try to get me on there. I'm not going on there. I'm not going on any of these people's shows. Fuck them all. Fuck all of them. That's it. They're monetizing from racial bigotry too. Yeah, I'm glad your head's in the right place. I really am. Because when I used to go that route, I didn't know the type of trouble that it really was sometimes, you know? I mean, I did, but I still stayed in it, like, at the same time. But no, now that I'm out, I'm totally seeing now. But no, what's going to happen is if I'm confronted for any reason, I'm automatically going to raise my voice very loud and get potentially violent. Or get them to touch me so I have an excuse to touch her. That's what I'm going to friggin' do. From now on, anytime I'm confronted for using a bathroom, anything, it's going to get worse. I'm going to cause a bigger scene than I used to. It's going to make the news. I'm telling you, I'm going to make the news doing this shit. It's bound to happen. I'm about to make the news for something. I'm about to make the news or I'm going to go viral for something, assuming someone else is filming. That's the other thing. Someone thought they could have had a camera when they were antagonizing me in the area, too. A bystander thought they could have had a camera. Again, I couldn't see that because they were flashing a light and I couldn't see anything. It made it very hard. I'll tell you, once something got pelted at them, they headed for the hills, but then they came back again and tried to be ballsy again, is what they tried to do. And then they hit this girl in the face when I stopped and went into the bathroom, when I wasn't even out there. Then I found out they came back or whatever and stuff. Finally, I understand some things you were explaining about you 2 months ago. I could see clearly now. Thank you. You can see clearly about what now? But no, this comment I addressed is from someone that you probably have observed, though. I'll just say that in short. The title of the video where the comment came from also is someone who lived in a city that's very racist. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho is extremely racist. That place is horrible. I would not go up there, ever. I wouldn't be welcomed up there, number one. I wouldn't feel like it would be my type of people up there at all. You know? That's where this bitch has lived for the last over a decade now. We're talking like 15 years has lived up there. And said they would like it no other way. Because they don't want to be around other people. Quoting this person, Abby, has said that before and shit like that. So before anyone throws the racism card at me, I'll throw it back at you. Say, no, you are. I'll tell you that. The games that certain channels play and chatters are the troublemakers. Yeah, well, it's real on here, yes. Then you had Anderson Henderson antagonizing this mentally ill woman to drive by someone's house and sing a song and drive by their house when they had a restraining order. And not to say the other guy's any better. He sure as hell isn't. But I'll tell you something. He's trying to make a comeback, and it's never going to work. It never works when he tries to make a comeback. It just never does. You know? And all that. But no, I want nothing to do with Kermit and Friends. I'm going to make that clear for the record. I want absolutely nothing to do with it whatsoever. And Noodles is trying to scam people again, too, with that Kermit and Friends. They go, get on the boat because there's not going to be any more room. You have a chance to get on the boat and be saved. Boyd is declining, which is true. He's preying off that truth, though, that Boyd is declining. But he's also telling you, get on this boat if you want to be saved, which you're not going to be. You know? So... And supposedly, don't know if this is true, but supposedly he made $500 for participating on their show. What the fuck? Come on, they're not giving that kind of money out. Let's be real here. $500 he supposedly made for going on that show, he says. Yeah, he's like those Aztec people. He is just like them. Panorama 2. He is just like those people that I named the other day. He's more like them than he is a true Italian. I'm telling you. He's more like them than he is a true Italian. I'm going to tell you that right now. The Huitzilopochtli guy is who Noodles should be affiliated with. That's more like him, actually. Believe it or not. That's all the. That's like the God that these people prayed to before they went to Catholicism. They prayed to this guy. They supported this guy. Is what happened. That's another thing. Hey, Panorama, do you agree that Catholicism has been a problem in society? And I grew up Catholic too, and I'm saying this. Do you think Catholicism has become a real bad problem like they said it would years ago? I would say it has, honestly. I don't think too much has come out of Catholicism that has been very good. And it's overly socially conservative also. It was never a religion that I wanted to subscribe to, ever. Even if I was raised Catholic or went to Mass, it was only because I felt that I had to do it. It was a duty. I didn't like being there at all. Trust me. But I don't think Catholics have done that much good. I really don't think they've done that much good. And these Mexican hardcore Catholics are those people who are possessed by the devil, and they often wear, and they often have umbrellas in the sun too. I'm wondering, these people have melanin in their skin, but yet they're walking around with an umbrella on. I don't friggin' get it. In the sun. I don't friggin' get that. But I've been seeing that quite a bit around here, actually. And it's not even that hot outside when they're doing it. I was in 100-degree heat every day without one of those things in Las Vegas. Okay? Well, evangelical Christians and Catholics both, really. Take your pick. I don't think either of them are good. I really don't. I thought a real native would not wear an umbrella. Kind of like they don't wear an umbrella in the rain up in Portland. I would think a real LA native would not wear an umbrella in the sun. Again, that's what I would ordinarily think, but I guess I might be wrong on that. I don't friggin' know. So, no, Mexicans do it too. Jared, I see a lot more Mexicans doing it as well, okay? I've been seeing them doing it too, okay? Armenians are more like real Christians. Yeah, you're probably right about that. No, because if you're very susceptible to skin cancer, you're from the devil. If you can handle the sun very well, then God wants you around. Nature wants you around. Apparently, you're not good enough for the sun if you have to wear an umbrella. Even with all that melanin, it's crazy. Here they are. And yet these people, they're like the imitation people of the people they're trying to be, is what they are. These Mexicans that I'm talking about. They're not really the Mayans. They're the Aztec types, is what they are. They're more like the Aztecs. Well, Panorama 2, I have no other choice. That's what I'm doing. I got in LA, I stepped out. I got in there, but I stepped out of there, okay? But I will say this, Panorama 2. I had a psychologist years ago when I was in Pennsylvania. He said he lived in Los Angeles. You know what he said to me back in 2002 about Los Angeles? Guess what he actually said? They are Roman Catholic, though. They subscribe to the same thing, Peter. The Catholics are strict in the Northeast, too. Trust me. Socially, they are as well. But I just think the Mexicans take it a step further, is what I think. They take it a step or two further, for sure. He said that there was no crime in Los Angeles. No crime. But he was talking about the city of Los Angeles. He said the city of Los Angeles had no crime. And judging by where I was, I would actually have to say that was probably true. I didn't see potential for crime really over there. I really didn't. Even violent crime, too. Imagine that, no crime in Los Angeles? Who would have ever thought? I think he was talking about the city proper. After 2001 until 2015, maybe even the late 90s too. Because don't forget, all this bad stuff happened in the outskirts of Los Angeles that they talk about. Compton, even Long Beach, if they had some issues with crime. Watts, Inglewood, right? Inglewood was a high crime zone, wasn't it? Wasn't Inglewood in there too? Wasn't Inglewood considered pretty bad also? I got a question for you, Panorama, too. What do you think about... Hold on, I'll let you answer that about Inglewood first. How about Torrance? What do you think about Torrance? I say overall nice, maybe. It kind of gives the feel like it's nice, but it's seen better days also, maybe. Maybe like a little bit of both. But the niceness reminds me kind of Huntington Beach, maybe. It might be on the same level as Huntington Beach, I'd say, income-wise. Maybe a little less wealthy, maybe. But I would say that Torrance is a nice place, maybe, to a point. Oh, shit, well, it's Asian. Great. Great news. They're not going to bother me, at least. I'll tell you that. I've been trying to find some very Asian areas around here for that reason, actually. Because I don't get bothered in them. In their areas. Hardly ever, if ever. Were you surprised, though, that I walked... Were you surprised, kind of, Panorama, that I walked the streets of Compton and didn't have too many problems on the streets, at least? The main problem I had was with a Hispanic clerk in a mostly Hispanic business when I was in Compton. That was the one main problem I had over there. That's it. Did it surprise you at all that I walked through Compton and didn't get a lot of problems on camera and stuff? Just a question I want to ask. Because some people still say there's still high crime there and shit. They're still saying that over there. It just wasn't as bad as it was. Like when someone talked about that, actually, I watched a video. Compton was so bad back then, wasn't it? Like it isn't bad today. And someone who actually lived there still said it's bad today, too. It didn't didn't really sugarcoat it, literally said that it was. Even if it might not be like it was before, it still is one of the higher crime areas, according to what some guy who lived there said on video. Yeah. Okay. How about Huntington Park? How about Huntington Park? How would you rate that? Is that one of those areas right there? Would you say it's not good over there? But would you say it's okay over there? Everywhere on Vermont is super dangerous. Everywhere on there. Even going toward the water too. Yeah, blue collar Mexicans, it's not really what you want. Yeah, nah. Those areas you don't. Yeah, those aren't. I've never really been comfortable in those areas. No, not really. It's often worse in those segregated Mexican neighborhoods than it is going into the black neighborhoods. It really is. It just doesn't look that way on the front, but it's that way on the inside, you know? Depending on who you are, for sure. I'll tell you that. Can definitely affect it. Maybe if you're a more normal white person, they won't give two looks at you, maybe. Unless you're very light skinned, maybe. But that's how I picture a Mexican area. But dangerous for trans people, definitely. Because it's just this stupid conflict everywhere. I've already seen it, and I wasn't even in Mexican neighborhoods all the way when I've had it. They were in segregated areas, is where they were. Where maybe the Mexicans that moved up in the world moved to these towns where they practice their bullshit too. That's also another thing as well. Huntington Park, correct? Not Huntington Beach, but Huntington Park, right? RV restoration. East of Los Angeles Street in downtown. Right, I didn't go there, alright? I did not go there. I see Noodles is in here, the no life having loser. He's in here. I'm trying to control my chat again. RV restoration, you can come back in here. This was supposed to be about a comment, and it turned into a long. I wanted to make this a 10-minute live stream, and it went 50, just about. So no one else has anything to say. I'm about. Well, those aren't areas I'm going to. All right, I don't know where that is. All right. I'm not going with this fucking El Salvador gangs. Number one, I'm not going over to those places. I'll go to Compton before I go there. Right. Well, I'm saving the best for last, okay? Panorama 2, do you like that? I am saving the best for last then. If you think it's really me, I will save it for last. I will also save Santa Monica for last also, as well as Santa Barbara possibly. Santa Barbara's on the list as well. The Inland Empire is not on the list. I don't see myself going to the Inland Empire. I don't see Palmdale or Lancaster in my travel plans. Smart move? Maybe. I don't see Palmdale and Lancaster being part of that trip. That's probably where the El Salvador gangs are, aren't they? They're probably over there. Because I knew some dude, he said he was El Salvadorian. He lived over there. He was online in the past. He lived in the Palmdale area. If anyone knows their history, they probably know who I'm talking about, too. All right, then. Well, then I won't go there, then. But Torrance seems pretty nice, though. And it is. It's like a Japanese Huntington Beach. Yeah, it probably is. Because I get a similar vibe to Huntington Beach over here, actually. Palmdale, oh, great. Those types that oh, great, even more of them, probably. Like, full of them. Yeah, full of them is not good. Yeah, no. Okies and their Guatemalan girlfriends. Oh, God, what a mix. Okies, so are they trailer trash then? What are they? Because I don't affiliate trailer trash with Guatemalan, really. I just can't. So who are these Okies married to Guatemalans? And do they live in trailers? Where do they live at? Alright. For 2 years, when it was a good neighborhood. Inglewood was considered bad in the 90s, though, wasn't it? I thought I always heard of crime in Inglewood in the 90s. Probably less than now, but back then at least, I'm talking. I think I heard there was quite a bit over there then. It's probably the 90s. I did hear about it. Desert rats on meth. Oh, great. So why would a Guatemalan person degrade themselves by moving into a trailer park? Because I had a godfather who married a Guatemalan woman. He was not trailer trash, though, at all. So what would their motivation be for marrying into trailer trash? I just based on the people I knew, okay? I thought when Guatemalans wanted to move up in the world, they'd want to do better than the trailer park, at least. Even if they weren't in the greatest circumstances. I thought that they would want to do better than the trailer park, at least. Okay, so it was better in the 70s then. Okay. Because it used to be in conversation with Compton. I know that for a fact. It was like the same as Compton almost. Or at least in the conversation. You know who comes from Inglewood, believe it or not? I'm surprised nobody mentioned this. Paul Pierce, the Boston Celtics star player, was from the Los Angeles area, turned out. Paul Pierce was from Inglewood. I could kind of see that too, though, in a way. The Watts riots were in the 60s. I thought that was the 90s. Again, all this was the 90s, I thought. Weren't the LA riots in 92 in Watts? I think that's where it was, 92. Koreans and blacks, right? I heard all about it. That's what I heard. Okay, 65 too. All right. So they might be due for another one in the 2020s, maybe. So So that's the stage for the riots, it seems like. More than Compton. Even more than Compton. Amazing. They hosted it 2 times in a row. And Compton didn't even make the headlines for anything like that. Funny. Well, they're probably due for another one. You figure 65 to 92. How many years is that? 28? How many years has it been since 92? 20, 30? 30 years? Maybe there'll be another one in 2023. Maybe 2023 will be the third LA riot. And this time I see Mexicans being involved. I do. I see it for some reason. Maybe it'll be 2023. Maybe 24. Maybe it'll be the year Joe Biden's term ends. Right. That too. Rodney King. Yes. Who could forget? Very active area. And it was all over MTV. LA News was all over MTV years ago. And I used to watch MTV. It was all over MTV. They were like the LA News reporting channel almost. MTV used to be like that. And they had Lollapalooza. That came out. What do Perry Farrell and Tupac Shakur have in common? Let me ask you that question, Panorama. What does Perry Farrell and Tupac Shakur have in common? I think 2 things, probably. 2 big things. Perry Farrell from Jane's Addiction and Tupac Shakur. What do they have in common? Both are from New York and relocated to Los Angeles, that's what. I think they both wanted world peace as well, deep down. And they both have their demons and addictions. That's what I would say. Perry Farrell has collaborated with Ice-T, I know, before. I do remember seeing something. My shoulder's been kind of hurting lately. God. Ice-T and Panorama are both from New Jersey. And so, but Perry Farrell was from New York, though, and so was Tupac. That's why I made that. Ice-T was from New Jersey, for real? I didn't think I thought he was all West Coast all the way. I guess he's not. But he didn't live in Compton, though. I don't think. Did he? Did he live in Compton ever or no? I don't think he did. Ice-T lived in Compton, for real? Or I thought it was South. I thought Ice-T lived in South Central Los Angeles. Unless maybe he lived in Compton. I don't know. Maybe Long Beach. I don't know. Oh, I see. Yeah, up there. That makes sense because it wasn't anywhere listed like Compton and Long Beach. He wasn't like ever living there. I don't think in either of those. No. How about Warren G? I had his Regulate album, actually, Warren G. That big album that he had that came out in 93. I had it. Queen Latifah showed. Queen Latifah's from New Jersey. Did you know that? Queen Latifah is from New Jersey. You had to have known that, right? But Queen Latifah, I don't think, unless Queen Latifah relocated to Los Angeles. Also, maybe she did. Yeah, Dr. Dre is, no question, yeah. You know, Dr. Dre was like in the headlines for abuse or something on his girlfriend or something like that. But I think ever since then, he hasn't done it to anybody, you know? But he was caught up in that. I remember they were talking about that. Yeah, Dr. Dre's an all around talent. Yeah, he is, for sure. Yeah, that I'm not surprised with it. How about Ice Cube put in more work as an actor, I thought. Actually. You know, Ice Cube was in movies. You know that. Yeah. Remembering what? Or he did before. I don't know if he does anymore, though. But he did before. I heard. Yes. Oh, so he lived in Compton, though, didn't he? Ice Cube lived in Compton. I thought that he did. So he went to a nicer school than anything in Compton. Because I think the San Fernando Valley and Woodland Hills is probably a nicer neighborhood, right? If I had to guess, it was a nicer neighborhood than Compton. He was a real weed dealer. Oh, yeah, okay. He was the one who lived there all the time. Yeah, it was him, for sure. It was definitely him. Yeah. Yeah, Ice Cube probably lived in a nicer town than Compton, and then he probably went to Compton and lived there or something after. Unless he just went there to do his music or something. I'm thinking Ice Cube went to Compton to promote it in his music, but he never lived there. Is that correct? Because I don't know all this stuff. Did he live in Compton? I thought maybe he did live in Compton. But maybe he just went there to promote his music or something. Because Eazy-E was there and Dr. Dre. It's kind of like when you take the Cleveland Cavaliers, I guess, right? And there's star players who passed through there because LeBron was playing there, but they really didn't spend a lot of time there, kind of thing. Maybe. But they wouldn't have went if it wasn't for a particular person who was a star there, maybe, you know. They wouldn't have gone there, probably. So I'm thinking Ice Cube went there because of Eazy-E and Dr. Dre, probably. Just to do his music, but he probably never lived in Compton, I'm thinking. Probably in movies or something he did, but not in real life. Is more than likely my guess on that. How did this go from addressing the comment being made to this discussion? I believe that, Panorama. Yes. I believe it all. Yes. All right. Well, I'm going to end this chat right now. It's nice talk, but I got to go. All right. I got to take a break. I can't stay out here anymore. All right. I have another topic to cover also. I might do it later. I don't know. Bye for now.